My name's Smitty. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show live here on a Saturday night, Week 11, start bench show, waiver wire show, trade show, you name it. There, we started over. Get your lifetime membership at sleeperu.com and never pay for content again. Get a 1-hour draft call from your man Smitty. Lam the like button on the way in the door. Should I drop Stevenson and handcuff Booker to Saquon? No. I mean, Stevenson's just getting going, Zapata. I'm not cutting ties. Like, why cut ties with him after he just had a really successful yards per carry game in, yes, a sharing situation, but that's 1 week. We've seen what he can do. He's like a Madison in a way. Like, you don't cut a player just because they go back to, your expectations are high and now they get bumped down a little bit and then they feel like you can just discard them. Like, what's Booker gonna? Stevenson's better than Booker going forward. I don't care about handcuffs. I handcuff him if I can, but I'm not making that. I'm not making that drop, Zapata. I wouldn't recommend you do it. Let's see here. Ouch. 2 through 8 ? You might be responding to somebody else here. Love the show. Thank you. Took too many laps. Do I trade Goblin for A.J. Brown? Yes, I would do that. I would trade Goblin for A.J. Brown. Hall J Game, I think is what OU Kurt was talking about. Smitty, I'm 2 and 8. I just traded Tannehill, Gibson, Kirk for Kyler, Collins, Andrews, and Clyde. Is this a good trade? So you traded Gibson, Kirk, traded Tannehill, Gibson, Kirk. Yeah, it's a great trade. I mean, Kyler's going to be out, then he's got a bye week. But Andrews, Clyde, yeah, I mean, for basically Gibby, if you look at it that way, I like that. I mean, could Kirk do something this week? He could. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that trade for you, buddy. And I really hope that he gets in that lineup quickly for you, Kyler. Trying to see some of the questions popping up. Hit me with them. Sorry about the audio early on there. Watching from the UK. Atta boy, Joel. Punch the thumbs up on your way in the door. What are your thoughts on Rashad Bateman? Should I start him over T. Higgins? I wouldn't start him over T. Higgins. I don't mind him. But I'm not starting him over T. Higgins, bro. And Lamar's 50-50 to play. Up above, Kyler Murray trending toward not playing week 11. Hollywood Brown is out. So I know Bateman feels a little bit like a solid play. But Lamar's 50-50. If Lamar were to play, Bateman's potential ceiling value goes up, sure. And I wouldn't mind you doing that if you knew Lamar was going to play. But I still feel like Higgins is safer, But it's a close call if Lamar's playing. But he's 50-50 to play right now. Okay, is it too much DJ Moore and Jacobs for A.J. Brown? It's a little bit, I would say, to give up, but I don't mind it if you've got the depth. Kind of depends on your depth. But I like A.J. Brown best in the deal. But it just comes down to what you think you're going to do going forward. If you make that trade, do you have enough depth? Should I drop Gainwell? Smitty, depends on who you're picking up, buddy boy. It always depends on the details, pal. I mean, I still think Gainwell is a shot, but there are probably better waiver wire guys right now. Monitor him, and if his value increases at all, start looking at him on any kind of uptick in value. Thanks, bro. You're the man. Thank you, Jamie. You're the man. Anyone in the chat, should I start Jeff Wilson or Foreman? Jeff Wilson by quite a bit, bro. Like, Foreman's okay. I don't mind Foreman in a pinch, but Jeff Wilson is set up pretty good, bro. He's set up to get that Eli Mitchell workload, so it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy call. And even Jordan just said what I just said. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Easy call. I need to drop Madison. No, you don't. You have Cook, Mooney, or Bateman for Kyler. Backup, who do I drop? I need to drop Madison. No, you don't. I don't condone dropping Madison whatsoever. No.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
We're not dropping Madison. Period. You own Cook. Worst move you can make. Literally the worst move you can make in fantasy football is drop Madison if you're a Cook owner. Absolute travesty. Smitty, should I start if Kyler's out, Cam or Fields? Give me Cam. Give me the touchdown production in Cam. Not that Fields can't do, the same kind of damage, but I trust Cam scoring touchdowns more than I trust Fields right now. It's close. I mean, it's kind of close because what's Cam done other than play in very opportune times, scoring touchdowns, but like not playing the whole game. Things always are different when the quarterback is vaulted in there, during the good and bad. Like he just walked in for some touchdowns. Tough to say. No, I need to drop one of those. But that's not what you said. You said you need to drop Madison. You said, I need to drop a Madison. I said, no, you don't. I need to drop Madison. And I'm saying no. You're saying you need to drop someone for Madison? If so, then I'm dropping Bateman. Although he could have a good week if Lamar does play. Know that. But I think Mooney could have a good week too. And once Hollywood's back, Mooney's more valuable than Bateman. So you drop Bateman probably unless you need to play him or whatever. Okay. Pittman or Tony? Pittman. He's got a tough matchup, but I'm still playing Pittman. I mean, Tony hasn't proven anything yet. One game, and a lot of havoc. Gibson, Wilson, Ingram, pick 2. Tennessee or Miami? That's a good one. Miami or Tennessee? Probably gonna be Miami, but they're both so good. Tennessee's at home though. Give me Miami. I'm still saying Miami. Wilson or Ingram? We've been saying Ingram all week, but it's very, very close. Trust your gut. It's super close, bro. Super, super, super close. Smitty, you are the best. Thank you, sir. You're the best, Sam. Need one for running back and one for flex. Jeff Wilson, Michael Carter, Hunter Renfrow, and Antonio Gibson. Jeff Wilson, one running back, and Antonio Gibson, your flex. I'm not starting Carter or Renfrow over Gibson and Jeff Wilson. I'm giving Gibson that run. I think he's earned it. DJ Moore, Renfrow. I'm going to go DJ Moore, but you wouldn't be crazy, I'll just put it that way, to go Renfrow. I easily could see that going either way. First super chat of the night comes from WRM, who's going to be the leader. Let me put him up on the board. Super chat. Let me see. Super chat. Leader. WRM. Attaboy, broski. Schmitty got offered Tannehill, Justin Jefferson, Swift, Waller for Tua, Diggs, Eckler. So Swift and Eckler. Eckler's a decent amount above Swift, but an arguable comparison between, like, Swift could hang with Eckler. He could. He's probably not gonna. I would draft Eckler 10 times out of 10 over Swift, but it's an arguable thing to an extent. And then Diggs versus Waller and Jefferson. Who's your tight end? I mean, give me Jefferson, Swift, and Waller. I really think that Swift is close enough to Eckler that it's well worth getting the not only a better wide receiver in Jefferson over Diggs. I like Jefferson over Diggs, but you're getting, so that upgrade alone almost closes the gap, and then you get Waller. Like pretty easy move for me. Assuming that the Tua thing isn't, I mean, if it's a super flex, you've still got your top 2 QBs, so it's not a huge deal, but it does change it a little bit. It does make it a little bit more, swing it back in the other direction a little bit, to where you're still winning the trade, but it's not as big as a home run as it would have been in a 1 QB. What's up, Clan? Appreciate you, pal. Be careful not to paste over and over and over, bro. There's going to be automatic lockouts or whatever that happen on you if you do that. Because not only is it looked at as spammy by everybody who's trying to ask a question, but the automated system is going to just grab all your comments and pull them out. So be careful, Astro. Elijah Moore or Pittman. Pittman, tough matchup. Give me Pittman. DJ Moore, Gallup. That could go either way. I'd probably go DJ Moore, but it wouldn't surprise me if Gallup had like a long. He stretches the field, man. He could have an 80-yard touchdown at any moment. But DJ Moore or Waddle. Also flex Gibson or Gaskin or J-Rob. I mean, J-Rob, you got to play J-Rob. I like Gibson over Gaskin if that helps with some kind of lineup dilemma that I'm not wording right. So give me J-Rob, then Gibson, then Gaskin in that order. And DJ Moore over Waddle for me. Been a subscriber since 2015. Love your content. Thank you, Roger. Comment more, Roger. Comment more, good buddy. 2 flexes, Michael Carter, Bateman, Kirk, Wilson, Jr. Jeff Wilson for sure. And then I'll probably say, you know what? Bateman if Lamar plays, Kirk if Lamar doesn't play. Carter and Kirk are very close. But I would say Wilson locked in. Bateman if Lamar does play, Kirk if Lamar doesn't. And I could go either way with Kirk or Bateman. I'm sorry, Kirk or Carter if Lamar doesn't play. My man Smitty, pick one please. Wilson, Clyde, Gibby, or Collins. Wilson's safest, bro. Gibson's a higher risk, higher reward play, but Wilson is the safest option. Goddard or Dan Arnold. Give me Goddard off the extension. Getting paid. I think he delivers. I think he earns this. I don't think he just sits back and fizzles away now that he got his big deal. When is the Dynasty content coming? Nathan? December 1, bro. I start rolling out the Dynasty content like crazy. So get ready. Terry in the house. Terry says, guys, get a lifetime sleeperu.com. Sleeper U like a university. Just like on the board there. Sleeperu.com. Never pay for content again. And I'm giving away a free draft call for anybody that orders one this week. 1 hour, 2022 draft. Your man Smitty on the phone with you or text, whatever you prefer. And we'll draft it out. Do it live. And I'll even give you free text advice the rest of the year on my text line if you order a lifetime membership. Get on over to sleeperu.com. Toggle onto the lifetime memberships and grab one. Risk it with Clyde or Gaskin. Probably Gaskin for now. I could change my mind in the morning if we start hearing good things, but tough to know right now. Kyle. Hey, Smitty, 8-2. Should I trade Devonta Smith, Bateman, Odell for Hollywood and Sutton? I probably would, because you can wait on Hollywood. You're 8-2. Something a lot of people couldn't do. Dynasty trade, I got Monty and Pittman. They got D. Schultz, Mike Thomas, and 2022 second and the 3rd round pick. You got Monty and Pittman. They got Schultz, Michael Thomas. I don't really care about seconds and thirds. So give me Monty and Pittman all day. Monty and Pittman all day. You bet, Blackbeard. Should I start Carr or risk it? Or risk it with what? Should I start Carr or risk? I don't know who you're trying to see if I could figure it out, but nope. Don't know don't know. Hey, Smitty, currently 5-5 on a 0.5 PPR. Do I trade A.J. Brown and Gallup for Mike Williams and Claypool? No. No, bro. Like, number one, Gallup and Claypool. I mean, you could argue that, bro, right now. Like, who knows who's going to outscore the other. Claypool can never, play well all year. He could have some crazy finish. Gallup could be a nothing burger or be a serious threat, especially this week. Like, those are very, very close. A.J. Brown over Mike. I like Mike Williams. You know I like Mike Williams. Mike Williams is one of my favorite players to go get, but cheaply. Not for a top 7 wide receiver. Absolutely.
You've just been Smitty disapproved.
No, broski. No, broski. No. The answer is no. N-O. Where's my music? There we go. So if you're just joining us, lots of news at the top ticking away. We got Lamar 50-50 to play. We've got Kyler likely out. We have a ton of stuff ticking up there at the top. Barkley questionable. Sanders gonna potentially play. Clyde gonna potentially start. So there you have it. Carr or risk it with Cam. Is that what you were trying to say, bro? What did Carr do? I just don't buy into Carr. He's been playing pretty good. I get it, but I just don't trust him, man. I don't trust him at all. Carr, his yardage, I mean, it's that week 1 that's got everybody just, I mean, he's had decent yardage. He's been getting like 2 TDs. I just don't trust him. I think the Bengals are gonna. I'm gonna go with Cam. I don't know why I don't trust Carr. Am I being biased here? I admit I might be. I admit it. We all are. We all are all the time. I think I'm less biased than the average person. I've really, worked on that over the years. Everybody has bias. Everybody has bias. Riddled through their entire rankings, their process. Every single person, I don't care what they say, have bias. But it's how much you have. How good are you at blocking it out? And I feel like over the years, I've had so many years of doing this professionally. 19 straight years. Like I have worked on myself every year to rip bias out of my analysis. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job. There occasionally are things that I feel like I can admit I have bias toward, and believing in Carr is one of them. But I felt the same way about Darnold. And I was told like in week 3 or 4, I need to let go of my bias. And I'm like, no, I don't believe in Darnold. I don't believe in Darnold. Now everybody acts like they didn't say it. I believe Darnold's the real deal. Darnold looks good. I knew Darnold just needed to. Now everybody's gone. No Darnold supporters are out talking about Darnold. And Carr through what? He's had a long time to prove this to us, guys. And yes, I know that Darnold fell apart about little earlier than halfway through the season. But we're now entering week 11, so we've had 10 weeks, not that long. Like, that's a good sample size. It's not the biggest sample size. I'm not on board with Carr being some kind of like, I don't know, even like viable fantasy starter. I'm just not. I don't care what he's done. I didn't care what Darnold did. Darnold was doing it, and then Darnold just fell off the face of the earth. I'm not saying Cam is amazing, but I kind of trust Cam a little more than Carr this week, just to score touchdowns. And who knows? Cam will fall apart eventually. It's not like he's going to keep it together all year. Cam usually looks good in the very beginning when he heads somewhere. He's got some kind of fire in his belly. out to prove everything, and then he starts falling apart. Yeah, Gary, Carr does need to target Waller. That's for sure. Do you trust Beasley? I have Ayuk and Rondell Moore and Gabe Davis. I suppose I trust Beasley more than those guys, maybe. Let me look up Beasley real quick and check his news. Return to practice has been he was limited to 9 snaps in week 10. God, that's tough. That's such a bad week in week 10. You know, you don't know what's going on. Like, why is he limited to 9 snaps, 2 targets? Off the injury report, I'm going to say Beasley. I can only help what the report says, and if it says that he's going to play and he's not on it, then I got to assume he's not injured. But, you know, they mislead us, which is why the injury report that some people wait on before they even talk about anything. No, I don't know that I trust it fully. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. Punch that thumbs up. Punch that thumbs up. Smitty just got offered Lamb and Cordero Patterson for Cup. Lamb and Cordero Patterson for Cup. I mean, Cordelli's hurt, though. If you can wait on it, it could work. Like Patterson getting back to form. But I'd probably rather have Cup. I lean Cup, broski. I lean Cup. Thoughts on Gronk? Sneaky buy low? Not really, man. I mean, he had a tough time staying healthy. He even now looks like he's pretty questionable for this week. I wouldn't say sneaky anything, bro. Like, if you have him, you know, you might roll with him depending on what you have. But I don't know about buying him. You know, this is like buying a vehicle that literally started when you test drove it, but you're not sure if it's going to start again every single time you try and turn it over, bro. I don't know about buying him, period, and then calling him sneaky. Ain't nothing sneaky about Gronk, bro. He's an old, broken down guy that's going to potentially deliver, but when does he get hurt? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hurts or Fields? Give me Hurts, bro. Come on. Can I get a Eckler prediction by any chance? I know Eckler won't do as good as Terry McLaurin this week, Gary. But I'm going to go ahead and say, give me 120 total yards, a touchdown, and 4 or 5 receptions for the man they call Austin Eckler. Eckler. Lockett, Bateman, or Gallup. Lockett. But close. You could talk me into Gallup. And if Lamar plays, you could talk me into Bateman. It's very close. Those are 50-50. Those are 33.333% calls, bro. Smitty, pick 2, please. Dylan versus the Vikings or Dalvin Cook, Packers. Montgomery. Why are we talking about Dalvin Cook, bro? Like, really? Really? Dalvin Cook, lock him in. Okay, so pick 1. Dylan, Monty, Jeff Wilson. Dylan, Monty, Jeff Wilson, standard. Give me Dylan. But, you know, you should be making trades, bro. You got a lot of good stuff. Joe, chilling tonight, watch the show and music videos. What music videos you watching, Terry? Saquon, Dylan, or Jeff Wilson? Start 2. Dylan and Jeff Wilson for right now. Only because Saquon's questionable and he plays, Monday night? What are you going to do? You know, when you have a very solid option like Wilson to take the place of a guy that people are overly excited about. And in those scenarios, I'm not risking it putting Jeff Wilson on the bench for Saquon, who may or may not play. He's questionable. Questionable means 50-50. There's a lot of people that say, oh, he's going to play, but warm-ups, bro. When you're 50-50, it depends what goes down in warm-ups. So that's what 50-50 essentially means. You're going to test it out on game day. If everything's still good, you're probably going to roll. But if things aren't good, you don't roll. So very, very much WRM. I think you're the leader. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know. But WRM, I think he's got like 7 or 12 leading super chatter of the night so far. Appreciate you, WRM. And Brandon. Austin, thank you for the super chat. Good buddy. WRM says, would Detroit rest Swift since they are a losing team? Probably not yet, bro. Probably not yet. I mean, maybe we get there down the road, in week 17 or 18, and they want to just not overwork him or something. It would be like, let's be honest, it would be smart. It would be smart not to overwork him. I'm not saying rest him in the third and fourth quarter or something, but if I was the coach and he's the future running back, it is smart to not run him into the ground in a horrible season. And like I said about Mixon coming into this year, in my explanation of why Mixon is not the running back he should be right now, when he finally gets an opened up offense, the opportunity he's been waiting for, the opportunity that Mixon owners have been waiting for years, and now he's looking mediocre. He's not bad. He'll probably still do decent. I'm not saying he won't. I'm not trying to predict him just to completely fall off, but he was hitting 8-man front and getting overworked, doing so much damage to his body with those 8-man fronts over and over. Kind of like Gurley, the year that Gurley did really well, then had a really bad year, and then was horrible because of the stacked boxes and complete low yards per carry and abuse he took. He did end up the next year breaking back out, and then that's when everybody thought he was the number one pick again. He was, and then he dropped off again soon after that. But Gurley had that same thing going on. Now Mixon's not going to have this revived, year next year or the year after, like Gurley did, because Gurley was young enough in his career. This is like the tail end of Mixon's last year, 2 or 3 years, 3 years, let's say. And it's tough to say. Joe Mixon, like I said, is doing fairly well, but he should be blowing up, if you know what I mean. If you own Mixon, you know what I'm talking about. Like, he should be balling. This is the time for Mixon to ball. And we're not seeing it. We're seeing him play fairly well. But Mixon should be ripping it up. And so I hope that Detroit doesn't ruin Swift and just overwork him down the stretch. But I do hope he gets enough work that he's useful. So I wouldn't say rest, no. Would you trade Clyde for Elijah Mitchell? I would say Clyde's got the better chance of finishing the year as the starter for his team than Mitchell does. Because now Jeff Wilson gets a shot. Could be a total committee. Who knows what's going on, man. I Elijah's good. You can't keep him off the field, but what's going to happen now? Is it a total committee? Not that the KC thing can't be a committee as well, but I just think there's a little bit better shot for Clyde. But I mean, you might have people feel differently. If you guys feel differently, drop a comment and let's see what everybody thinks. Would you rather have Mitchell or Clyde go forward? Flex Saquon, McLaurin, or Devonta Smith? Give me McLaurin right now because you don't know if Saquon's going to go. And that's Monday night. You're not going to wait for that. Do I sell on Aaron Jones, or so do I target? If you can't wait on him, if you don't have Dylan and you can't wait on him, you should have Dylan. Eduardo, I told you to cuff the two together all year. But if you didn't, I mean, who's going to buy him missing 2 games and then the bye week, bro? And the worry that Dylan's going to take over. Who do you try and grab? You probably got to go across position and get a wide receiver from a team that can't afford to wait. Because if you're 4 or 5 wins, bro, you're not buying an Aaron Jones. You just aren't. Doesn't matter. You just aren't buying Aaron Jones. So I would say it's going to be tough, but find a team that A, can wait. They have a good record. They've already clinched the playoffs, or they're going to. B, go for a wide receiver. Whether you can afford to do that or not, I'm not sure. But Eduardo, you could maybe get like a Diggs. You could maybe get a DK. You could maybe get a Lamb. You could maybe get, someone like that, a top 7 wide receiver, Jamar Chase. I'd take Jamar Chase straight up for Aaron Jones. But it could leave you in a running back deficit, which is unfortunate. But it gets you 3 weeks of production of Jamar Chase. Think about it. Jamar Chase for the next 3 weeks is going to be a lot of points, bro. You have no Aaron Jones for 2 weeks, then a bye week. That's 3 weeks of Jamar Chase. I would take Jamar Chase in a heartbeat over Aaron Jones. You might be able to do it, bro. After this week, I don't know if your trade deadline ends, you won't be able to sniff Jamar Chase for Aaron Jones. Not even close. Jamar, if he goes off, it's going to be lights out to any kind of trade offer that's potentially there going forward. If Lamar plays, I think Andrews can have huge. He can have huge numbers anytime Lamar plays. So yeah, but Lamar is 50-50. I kind of have a feeling he'll play, but 50-50 means depends on the day. Would you accept this trade Zeke for Chase? I'd rather, in a vacuum, bro, I'd rather have Chase over Zeke. Go forward. But can you weather through that with your running backs, bro? Only you can answer that question. Are we still talking about this, Ray? I meant, who should I drop of Mooney, Bateman, and Madison to back up Kyler? I think you made it clear not to drop Madison, LOL. Sorry for the confusion. No problem, broski. I was just kind of messing with you, bro. But no, yeah, don't drop Madison. Don't make me punch a button, bro. I'll start just jabbing at buttons until I hear the right Take a Lap song play. Or play all of them at the same time. No dropping Madison. But Madison, Bateman or Mooney. I guess Bateman, bro. I guess Bateman. But Mooney, I like Mooney better long term. Bateman maybe better this week if Lamar plays because Hollywood's out. But Hollywood's going to return. So should I counter for Najee Harris and Lamb? Najee Harris and Lamb for your Cup. I assume you're trading Cup away for Najee and Lamb. I would take Najee and Lamb in a heartbeat, in a millisecond for Cooper Kupp. I would take Lamb and Najee in a millisecond, bro. Wouldn't even hesitate. I punched before the offer even came out. I would already hit it. I got Schultz, but how much an upgrade is Gesicki? You could argue that either one could be better than the other. Like, Schultz was doing well earlier in the year. Gesicki's doing pretty well right now. I have them like one spot apart probably. So not a ton. I have them closer than most people would, I think. A lot of people really like Gesicki. I think he's good, but I don't have Gesicki in that top tier. He's just not even close. Schmitty, what's Hawkinson worth? Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, or Judy? Higher than Judy, bro. I'd like Judy's future, but he's not off to the start he needed to get off to be dropping. Terry's popping popcorn. He's going to be right back. Attaboy, Terry. Hawkinson worth. Yeah, Evans would be a good one. McLaurin. Been talking about McLaurin being one of the best go-get wide receivers this week that is in the wide receiver 2 bucket, and he doesn't belong there. You know, it's that game of what here doesn't belong. And it's McLaurin sitting there in the wide receiver 2 bucket. You know, he's a low-end wide receiver 1. I put him at like 10, 11, 12. Like he could be that good, but he's sitting there in the wide receiver 2s. So if you can get him for Hawkinson, that would be fire. Traded Cooks and Schultz for Hopkins. I like it, especially if you can wait on that. American Horror Story after this show, attaboy. And Terry, if you've got HBO, they have a free 7-day trial. Watch Succession. One of my probably in my top 10 all-time shows right now. But definitely like number 1 or number 2 of current shows that are currently on TV right now, rolling out new episodes. Last Kingdom on Netflix. It's like a Vikings and Danes type of time frame. It's called Last Kingdom. It's not there's a couple of different ones on there. You got to make sure you're watching the right one. It's kind of like Vikings type of thing. Last Kingdom on Netflix and Succession on HBO. Absolute fire. Just fire. Oh snap, Smitty replied to me. I try and reply to everybody, bro. This ain't no like select type of thing. I just try and roll through as quick as I can. I traded DK Connor for Debo when I have JT Cook, Mixon, Gaskin. Was that the right move? Traded DK Connor for Debo. DK and Connor for Debo when I have JT and Cook. You're not going to like this, and most will agree Debo. But I like DK and Connor at least equal, but I might lean. I mean, you got JT Cook and Mixon though. Yeah, in your scenario, I like the Debo move. I would have probably rather have had, just to be honest. Narcos is good too, Robert. You're right. I'd probably rather have like Jefferson. I like Debo a lot, but I still have. Let's see here. You know, Tyreek, Adams. Debo and Diggs are close. Jamar Chase, Jefferson. I would have rather had those guys, but Debo's right around 5 to 7 for me. I know a lot of people have him 1, 2, 3. I get it. I'm not mad at anybody. I like it though. You had the depth for it. You definitely had the depth for it, bro. DK or Mixon for flex. Give me DK for right now. But that's really close. Like almost 50-50, man. McLaurin or Elijah Moore at flex. Give me McLaurin, bro. Homeland's good. Homeland's good. Bold predictions for tomorrow. Jamar Chase, $150 and 2. CeeDee Lamb over 100 and a touchdown, really, really easily. Mike Williams, 90 and a touchdown, at least. Swift, 100 total yards and a score. Josh Allen, 4 TDs. Give me another bold prediction. Give me Burrow, 4 TDs. I think Cincinnati just goes crazy against the Raiders. I do. I think Mahomes has 3 or 4 TDs. There you go. There's some bold predictions. Some of those are bold. 206 of you in the room. Please punch the thumbs up. Appreciate you all being here. Would you give Rodgers and Alex Collins for Dak? I mean, I don't know that I love Dak over Aaron Rodgers. I don't care about Collins, man. I mean, he's okay. I'd grab him if he was sitting there on waivers and I needed a running back. I'm not saying he's garbage, but that doesn't like flip. Like, if I liked one of these quarterbacks over the other, it doesn't flip it at all. I think it's like almost a nothing. I think because Rodgers has a bye, that I'm going to go Dak. So give me the Dak side. Give me the Dak side, Mark Cleveland. And I appreciate you, buddy boy. You hope so on the Burrow take. I mean, I love Burrow. I think Burrow finishes so strong. He's a top 5 quarterback, top 5, top 6 quarterback next year. Micah Carter. Smitty back again. Ended up trading Dalvin Cook. I don't like this Dalvin Cook trade, but already I can just feel it. But let's see. Maybe it's good. I traded Dalvin Cook, Clyde, and Judy for Darrell Henderson, DK, AJ Dillon. Oh, man. Mike, DK, AJ Dillon. See, AJ Dillon's gonna ball out for you, Micah. You're gonna get a lot out of that for the first 2 weeks of it, but then you got Dillon on a bye. Darrell Henderson's, future is in question. It's not a bad trade, but I'm not gonna even hit disapprove on it. But I would rather have Cook and Clyde myself. But it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Not horrible. It's just not by a ton. I'd rather have Cook. I'd rather have the better player in the deal. If you didn't have Madison, then I can understand freaking out a little bit. But I do worry about Henderson. I do worry about Henderson, bro. Mark Cleveland. Terry Roberts. Thanks, Smitty. You're the movie recommendation. You're my all-around guy. Terry, you are part of why the show has such a positive feel. Everybody appreciates you, Terry. 2 different leagues, both half PPR in the flex. Collins or Tony. Give me Collins for right now, unless we hear something negative between now and kickoff or something about the rotation of the running backs. But Kirk or Knox. If Kyler doesn't play, give me Knox, I suppose, my friend. If Kyler plays, probably Kirk. Trade Najee and Mike Williams for Swift and A.J. Brown. Give me Najee and Mike Williams. I like Swift. I like A.J. Brown. There's 2 players that I really, really like. But I think Mike Williams is a little bit undervalued. And so for that reason, I'm going to say give me Najee and give me Mike Williams. But it's very arguable. Two different leagues, both half PPR in the flex. Collins or Tony. Give me Collins. Oh, I already did this one. Almost got DeMonte with it too, and no Madison. I can understand why you traded Cook, and to be honest with you, I probably still wouldn't have done it, but it's close enough, and I know that you're freaking out about not having Madison, because, like, what if the news gets worse tomorrow? What if news breaks on Wednesday? It's like, oh, been holding this DM, as firepower. I'm going to slowly release 1 or 2 of these DMs at a time. Like, a couple DMs get released, bro, or a video clip, or a, recorded phone call, or anything that shows anything bad at all about Cook, and boom, we've seen this before. A player like Ray Rice, top of the game. I don't know if a lot of you remember Ray Rice. Top of the game. This guy was a top, 10 overall player. Middle of the peak of his career. Just balling out. And one video clip, and I'm not, and rightly so. I'm not arguing that he shouldn't have been raptured from fantasy football or the NFL. He deserved what he, had coming. But just one video clip, gone. Just completely career over, ripped from the universe. Never watch him play football again, ever. And I'm just saying, this situation's very, very, very bad. It sounds messy, And I don't know that I trust, without Madison, Cook fully. But if you would have got Devonta, I would have been on board. Now I'm just like torn with it. I'm not like hating what you got. You didn't have Madison, so I get it. It's a little bit more understandable. But I think Cook could still, and Cook's not playing like he should be right now either. Like he's a top 5 running back right now. He hasn't been playing that way. But I would take the chance that he will if I have Madison. But if not, I get it, bro. And Mike, I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate your bringing these good takes to debate. It's a good thing to debate. Rush remembers that elevator video is awful. Scott, trade Clyde for Stevenson. Give me Clyde, bro. It's close. I don't blame you for locking down a running back, but if you lock it down, it could be locking down a useless committee. You know, like who wants to use either of them if they're sharing carries like they did on Thursday? I'm not saying it'll stay like that, but you also have Bolden. You know, it's like one of those things where you think you're locking it down, and then Bolden's over there, and you're like, okay, I got to grab Bolden too, and then you're like, what do I do? JJ Taylor? Oh my God, what do I got to do to lock down the situation? But Clyde's not any lock of any kind whatsoever. But give me Clyde. Give me the upside of Clyde. He was doing so good before he went down. So good. Somebody saw that pizza you were eating on Insta. Give me a review out of 10. The one I had tonight was phenomenal. I mean, it was good. It was good. It was, let me see. It was right here. This one was good. This is the one you fold. This is the kind of pizza you fold. It was good, bro. I would say, out of 10, I would say it was an 8.5. I always leave room for improvement. I'll never give it 10. I don't think there was a pizza I'd give it 10. The place closed down. It was back when I was a kid. I would have given that place a 10. It's the top of the top. It's what I compare every pizza I ever have to. And that place closed. It was a little mom and pop shop. There's no way anybody would know what it is. But it's my 10. This one's 8.5. It's good. It's good. It's a new place I found. I'm loving it. I'm eating there all the time. 8.5 is pretty good. Louis Molinati's is probably an 8. I'd say this place is deep dish 8.5, thin crust 8. So this place thin crust better than Lou Molinati's thin crust, but Lou Molinati's deep dish was like 8.5, maybe 9, maybe 9. Terry, I think Terry's the leading super chatter of the night. I think with 15. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Terry. Thanks, guys. You are wonderful guys, and you are helping me to the playoffs in 3 of my leagues, and I have sleeperu.com. Look at him. He's always promoting the show. I appreciate you, Terry. Terry's the man. Let me put Terry over here for a little bit. One flex, Barkley. Flex 1, Barkley, Gronk, Bateman, or Brandon Cooks. Oh, God. I think in this one I'd put Barkley in there, but try and have a backup on that Monday night game. Have a backup option. But, I mean, I don't like any of these options enough to say that I don't risk it with Barkley, I suppose. It's a tough one. You gotta be able to roll the dice, though. And if you don't have a backup plan, it makes it really tough to do it. Omar, start 1. Smitty, Gibson, Clyde, or Miles Sanders. Give me Gibson. Until we know what Clyde's going to do in his volume, until we know what Miles is going to do in his volume, you can't start Clyde or Miles over Gibby right now. Gibby kind of earned his shot. Maybe he falls flat again, but certainly an easy call this week, at least. Devonta Smith or T. Higgins. Give me... You know what, Tex? I'm sorry, bro. I wish I could give you an answer, but this is a straight up tie. Straight up tie. Smith has a touch more upside because he's the true wide receiver 1 for his team. But he's also got that risk of rookie ups and downs. Chat. Let's see what the chat thinks. Do a little think tank on this one. Devonta Smith or T. Higgins. What do you think, guys? Drop it. Joel says, 100 dudes owe a lambasting of the like button. Let's go. Hit the button. 207 of you in here. And it sounds like we only have 100 or less likes. Come on, wipe your feet. Let's go. D. Smith, D. Smith, D. Smith. Higgins. Couple Higgins. Work Barkley for Diggs. Work Barkley for Diggs work. Nick, I'm speaking Nick right now. I think what Nick's trying to say is, does Barkley for Diggs work? I would trade Barkley for Diggs if I could weather that running back, deficit that could leave you in. Josh Jacobs or Hunter Renfrow. Probably Jacobs this week, but I would sell him high. Would this work? Would this work? Barkley for Diggs. Again, I would do it if you can weather through that. Start Deontay or Gallup. Probably Deontay, but Gallup could do okay. You liked a while ago, actually. Attaboy. Kittle or Andrews. Give me Andrews if Lamar plays. If Lamar doesn't, give me Kittle. Thoughts on Michael Carter tomorrow? Borderline flex. Like, look for other options and then, go that route if you have to. WRM taking back over the lead. I think he's at 22. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Thank you, Terry. WRM. 2 pending offers. Tannehill, Swift, Justin Jefferson, Waller for Tua, Diggs, Eckler. Okay, so Swift, JJ, Waller for Diggs and Eckler. I already told you I like that deal. Getting 3 big guns there. Then trading Hawkinson for possibly Evans. I would be okay with that. But he wants another piece. I only have Mike Williams, Corey Davis, Robbie Anderson, A.J. Brown to add. First of all, you're not adding A.J. Brown. You're not adding Mike Williams. Do not trade them. Add Corey Davis or Robbie. I could care less. Add one and drop the other. I don't even care. WRM. I like it. Thanks for the reminder. I don't know what I reminded you on, Peach, but maybe the thumbs up. You're my boy. Get my peaches down in Georgia, pal. Gibson or Wilson Jr. Give me... You know what? I don't know if I've said this the other way. I apologize if I go back and... some of these are just 50-50 calls. The wind blows that way, I might say Wilson. The wind blows that way, I might say Gibby. I don't know. I pretty much guarantee I've said one or the other and gone different ways. I flip-flop on this question constantly. And the Ingram and Jeff Wilson. We've got Ingram and Jeff Wilson constantly on the Start Bench shows. And I don't know. Jeff Wilson's safer. Gibson probably... I don't even know if he has more upside, if I'm just saying that. Does he really? Maybe Wilson has got more upside. Maybe he's got more upside and less risk. Maybe Wilson's the play. Shanahan's a wild card. You don't know what Shanahan's going to do. I would probably lean with Wilson. But I would love to know what the chat thinks of that. Wilson or Gibson, can you please drop it and help this man out? Appreciate you, buddy boy. Thank you, WRM, for your super chat, young man. Cambo, super chat. Thanks for the content, brother. Appreciate you. Cambo, not as much as I appreciate you. The appreciation's all on this side of the fence, bro. Shanahan or Carroll, who's worse? I got an answer for you. Nagy beats them all. Nagy's the king of being the worst coach in the league. I mean, the crazy part is he'll probably get a job somewhere after they fire him in Chicago. Like, he'll probably get hired on to be something, and it's just like, what are you doing? What do you like? I literally feel like the top super chatter tonight, whoever it ends up being, would be a better coach out of the box without any preparation whatsoever than Nagy. Because you might lean on the people you bring in and let them do their job. Like, literally, I feel like you could walk to somebody that just knows how to delegate and listen and take good advice. You could probably get better coaching out of a random Joe that would delegate to the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, personnel, scouting team. Like, just manage. If someone was a good manager, they would be a better coach than Nagy. So Clan, look up Volcom online. Like, here's the brand. Volcom. Just look that up online. You'll probably find it on Amazon or something. I've got this one. I ordered a slew of hats. I've got my RVCA. We're doing it live. Rule is pretty bad too. Yeah, but not as bad, man. Should I pick up Tony Jr.? Not really, bro. Ingram's there already. Seattle backfield and offense as a whole moving forward. I think, Steven, they bounce back quite a bit. I don't think... The Seahawks are kind of that team that, like, you know, kind of like the Lakers used to be in the playoffs back in the day. Like, the Seahawks, no matter how bad they've done previous weeks, like the Lakers, could step into the playoffs and be a completely different team. The Lakers just had to make the playoffs. It was wipe it clean, didn't matter what it was. And I'm not talking about LeBron. Like, someone's watching here going, LeBron James, like, I'm talking about Worthy and all those guys, bro. James Worthy, like, that time. You know, like the Isaiah Thomas days, Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons versus the Lakers and the Suns, with even like before Barkley. The Seahawks, in a similar, like, different way of looking at it, every week, doesn't matter what last week they did, doesn't matter what they did 2 weeks prior, doesn't matter what they've done for 5 weeks straight. The Seahawks can come into any single game, and from that point forward, or just that game, and be as good as any team. Like, Russell Wilson can single-handedly win any game. And I feel like, you know, DK, Russell Wilson, Lockett, these guys can all finish really, really good. And, you know, Collins, whoever they decide to roll with at running back, Penny, probably be Collins if he could stay healthy. But I think that Russell Wilson could have a top 6 or something like that quarterback season the rest of the way. Like, those that waited on Russell Wilson, he disappointed last week. People might write him off. He's garbage. Like, people are so reactive. One game. Let him get his feet under him. He was rusty. So, backfield, I would say not great. Total offense, they'll do okay. They'll be a lot better than people, I think they're going to be doing. My bold prediction is that A.J. Dillon top 5 week, multiple scores. I'm not against that at all. If I didn't give that as a bold prediction as well, I didn't misspeak. I didn't speak at all. A.J. Dillon, 110 yards rushing and at least 1 touchdown, probably 2. Hopefully we don't get that whole, I don't know, that whole, like, pumped up, overvaluated, overhyped backup running back comes in, does absolutely nothing. Like Chuba Hubbard. Hopefully we don't get the Chuba Hubbard treatment from A.J. Dillon. It's possible. Like, temper your expectations a little bit so that you don't feel completely shocked if A.J. Dillon doesn't do what we think he's going to do in the next 2 weeks. It's possible. Chubb goes down last year. Everyone's like, oh my God, Hunt's been playing better than Chubb all year. Chubb goes down last year with the knee injury for several weeks. Hunt comes in, does not even close to the same kind of work he did sharing carries with Chubb all year long. Leading into that, it's possible. Like, temper expectations, but I will say it sure doesn't feel like we're going to get what those situations gave us. I believe we're going to get what Madison brought to the table this year when Madison started. Top 5 explosion type numbers. I'm just saying temper expectations so you're not completely caught off guard if it doesn't go the right way the first game, and then maybe the second game he comes out. But I really like A.J. Dillon. The reason I think A.J. Dillon won't be like those examples, like Kareem Hunt coming in and not doing anything when Chubb goes down, and you're like, what in the heck, man? This guy looks so good. Hunt looks so good, and then Chubb goes down, and Hunt doesn't quite do it. The reason I think A.J. Dillon's different, and he will blow up, is because the running back is made by Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, when he goes out, there's no way the running production is going to be even remotely close to the same, because Aaron Rodgers, it's almost like he's a fake offensive like additive to the like a cheat code to touchdown production and running back production. He dictates that I'm going to give Aaron Jones very low amount of volume and ultra high efficiency. Aaron Jones, go score 3 TDs. Aaron Jones, score 17 or 18 TDs this year. Without Aaron Rodgers, the running game would score 8 rushing touchdowns all year. With Aaron Rodgers back there, it's just a whole different thing. And I think that Aaron Rodgers will determine what the running back gets no matter who it is. Aaron Jones, I like Aaron Jones, don't get me wrong, but he's very much a product of Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones is very much a product of Aaron Rodgers and the offense that Aaron Rodgers creates in Green Bay that wouldn't even be close to the same. We saw that with Love coming in, but it wouldn't matter if Love had a whole year to prepare. It's just a different offense. Aaron Rodgers is very, very different. And he's going to, I think, single-handedly make A.J. Dillon a beast for the next 2 games. And a big bear hug once Dan comes, strolling back to us with a big grin on his face, like he's ready to join the community full time. Mike Williams or T. Higgins, half PPR. Give me Mike Williams this week, but very, very arguable. Cousins or Tannehill. Chat, tell me what you think. Cousins or Tannehill. Please drop your opinion for our boy Josh. Hawkinson or Gesicki. Probably Gesicki this week. James, where are you? Hey, Smitty, I need 2 wide receivers and 2 flexes, full PPR. Boy! Ayuk, Bateman. I mean, this is so hard to break down, bro. Like, Mooney's number 1. If Lamar plays, Bateman's number 2. If he's not, he's not. Like, this is so many ways to go. Gaskin's definitely a lock. So give me Mooney, Gaskin, Bateman if Lamar plays. If he doesn't, maybe still Bateman. Sanders, we don't know what we're looking at. Ayuk, I suppose. Maybe Claypool. I don't know. Bro, that's really, really tough. Andy, Miles Sanders, or Jeff Wilson. Number 1, Andy, we don't even know what Sanders' workload is going to be. And Jeff Wilson's like a high-end running back, too. Andy, punch it. Jeff Wilson, final answer. I mean, anything can happen, but this is a very easy call given the information we have. Mark Ingram or T. Higgins? Probably Mark Ingram. Or what's it say? Mark Ingram or T. Ingram? Mark Ingram or T. Ingram? Such a tough dilemma. The Ingram brothers bringing it strong this week. We've got Mark and T. Ingram. The Ingram parents are very proud to have 2 Ingrams in the NFL. I'm going to go with Mark. It's okay, bro. It's a tough question. I mean, I'd be lying to you if I thought I had a great answer for you other than Mooney. And I forget who the other ones are. Mooney and Bateman if Lamar plays. And I think Gaskin. So I go Gaskin, Mooney, Bateman, and then I don't know, bro. Past that, it really is like 50-50 calls. Like, I'd just be lying. I'd be lying to you if I said, oh, I feel great about this one here, and here. Chubb and Chris Godwin and get Jamar Chase and DeAndre Swift. I would take Swift and Jamar in a heartbeat. All right, back to the voicemails. Avi.
Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow this week? Tough call. Who you feeling? Keep up the great work, you beast.
You're the beast, bro. Herbert or Burrow. Sunday night spotlight game against the Steelers, bro. I'm really liking some Herb action there, but the Steelers are a pretty tough, they can be a tough matchup. Burrow, on the other hand, he's on the road against the Raiders in Las Vegas. I think the Chargers do have a good game. I think Herbert does bounce back, but I'm feeling Burrow, bro. I'm feeling Burrow to the tune of like a 3 or 4 TD game. What's up, Kurt? I'm just feeling really good. J-Rob or Wilson, Anthony, probably going J-Rob, but it's pretty close, man. Goddard or Mike Williams. Give me Mike Williams. I love Mike Williams this week. Arnold or Muth. Give me Muth. Burrow or Herbert. Please let Avi know your vote.
Yo, Smitty, I need extreme help, buddy.
Extreme help.
Do I watch a TV show in bed or do I play Warzone after your stream tonight?
You're going to feel much better about yourself watching a TV show, pal. That's my advice. That's what I do. That's what Dad did. That's what we do. We do it live. But either way, can't go wrong. Watch Succession. Voice messages. Let's go to all requests. My voice messages. All requests. Ricardo. This may have been old though.
What's up, Smitty? Would you trade
What's up?
Mike Williams for either Lockett or Terry McLaurin, or keep Mike Williams?
What is Warzone anyway? I don't even know what game that is. I take McLaurin. Bro. I like Mike Williams a lot, but I go McLaurin. I'm not a gamer, so I don't even know what game that is. Call of Duty? Okay. I don't have time for games. I like movies and TV so much, I unfortunately don't have time to game. I'm not saying that gaming's below me or anything. I'm not saying gaming's bad. I'm just saying I don't have time. It sucks. I don't have a lot of time for anything. Not complaining. I love what I do. Why is Instagram so... None of my... It doesn't even like... It's not even organizing things in order of how they came in, so I can't even see any more voicemails. I did play Madden for many years, bro. I was pretty good at it. I wouldn't say I was like gonna knock out experts or anything, but I was pretty good at Madden. I just don't have time anymore. I don't have time for anything, bro. I have time for a little bit of TV, which is why I'm a big TV guy. It keeps my mind fresh, you know, and cleared. Like I just zone into like a show I really like and kind of put all this, because I work really 365, 27, you know, like maybe 19/7, about 19 hours a day. Even like when I'm sleeping, I might get breaking news, get up, do something, and even like go back and get a little baby nap in. But it's like I work 7 days a week. I pretty much work 365. Like even on Christmas, I'm checking emails and I'm putting rankings up or something, or I'm refreshing this or I'm refreshing that. I've got something going on the sleepery.com that I need to do. Like I'm working 365. Sometimes I try and step away. I love to watch a little TV. I love to stream, and that keeps me, you know, that keeps me fresh. All right, I'm out of here for tonight. I will see you all in the morning. Micah has got another super chat here. Dude, on IG voice message, drop your code ID for me. What does that mean? Micah, I'm going to look for you. Hold on. I don't know what you mean, though. Micah. Where's Micah? Micah, I don't see a message for you. Doesn't mean it won't show up in a little bit because IG's acting weird, but I don't see a message from Micah Carter. Let me search for you. I don't see it, bro. Drop your code ID for me. I don't know what that means. Probably Call of Duty. I don't play Call of Duty. Maybe you saw that after. Talking about Call of Duty game ID. Okay. It's 7. My ID 747 Blue 32. Blue 32 7. Hatchback 47 cross fade 6537 turkey nose. That's my Call of Duty hit sign. Call sign. I don't know what I'm doing with that, but okay, Smitty, going through with 2 trades tonight, we'll end up with the squad: Brady, Tannehill, Swift, Najee, Hill, AB, Justin Jefferson, Waller. I like it, bro. I like it. WRM topping off. I think he's at 29. You could have more. $29 for the night. Thank you, good sir, good buddy. It was a whole essay. Blue 39, 45 hatchback cross turkey nose. Up Chuck the butterfly 27 B4 27 hatchback 7 Omaha. Blue 32 Omaha. Karen 55 7. There. I'm out of here. My name's Smitty. You are watching the Fantasy Football Show. Thank you to all of you super chatters. As always, the best comments will be put on screen as we end the show. Miles Sanders or Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson, very, very easy call. John with the super chat. PPR pick 1 to start. Tony, Miles Sanders, Foreman, Ayuk. Probably Foreman. This is the first Foreman I've said. Probably Foreman. It is a tough call, though. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for the super chats. As always, comment, like the video on your way out, please. It helps the channel a ton. But comment once the video publishes immediately. It'll publish immediately with 0 comments, and I try to get back to everybody I can within 12 to 24 hours. It's going to be just like a couple hours tonight because then kickoff happens. So join me on Instagram the entire 1 hour leading into kickoff at the Fantasy Football Show on Instagram. The entire 1 hour leading into kickoff, I'm live streaming on IG. The Fantasy Football Show on Instagram. So go follow me now. And then, Smitty, you clown. Not you, the guy who sent the voice chat asking if he should stay up and play or go to sleep. Have a good night. Smitty, you clown. Not you, the guy. I don't know, Micah. I don't know who you better not be talking about my boy Clan. Clan ain't no clown. But either are you, Micah. So let's I'll try and play someday. Let's hope Dan returns. Smitty, you the GOAT. Thank you. Munoz. Yeah, Dan will be back, and I appreciate Dan. We are the show. You are the show, Terry. All right. Out of here. Appreciate all of you. Peace out.